I wrote a poem quite a while ago, a long time ago, which I originally called Kresge's, and then I revised it into a poem called Woolworths. And I, just a couple of weeks ago, I revised it again. It's called Walmart. Really. My whole life has led me here. Daisies made out of resin, hairnets and motor oil, Barbie dolls, garden chairs, and 10,000 kinds of deodorant. 300 years ago, I was hedging and ditching in Devon. I lacked freedom of worship and freedom to trade molasses for rum, for slaves, for molasses. I will sail to Massachusetts and build the kingdom of heaven on earth. The side of a hill swung open. It was Walmart. I followed this vision to Boston. There's a poem that I began the first year back on the farm. Jane and I left, we were married in Ann Arbor in 1972, 3 years there, and then we moved to the farm. I'm going to read my handwriting here, it's very hard. And we were the house was originally built in 1803, and let's have a big birthday party in 4 years. And we were the first people ever to live there who had an automobile. My grandfather had one horse, no tractor or anything. He was a farmer. But I remembered so many horses that had been there. I mean, we liked our Plymouth. But I began to think about them and wrote a poem called Names of Horses. All winter your brute shoulders strained against collars, padding and steer-hide over the ash hames, to haul sledges of cordwood for drying through spring and summer, for the Glenwood stove next winter, and for the simmering rains. In April you pulled cartloads of manure to spread on the fields, dark manure of Holsteins, and knobs of your own clustered with oats. All summer you mowed the grass in meadow and hayfield, the mowing machine clacketing beside you while the sun walked high in the morning. And after noon's heat, you pulled a clawed rake through the same acres, gathering stacks, and dragged the wagon from stack to stack, and the built hayrack back uphill to the chaffy barn, 3 loads of hay a day, hanging wide from the hayrack. Sundays you trotted the 2 miles to church with a light load of a leather quarter-top buggy and grazed in the sound of hymns. Generation on generation, your neck rubbed the windowsill of the stall, smoothing the wood as the sea smooths glass. When you were old and lame, when your shoulders hurt, bending to graze, one October the man who fed you and kept you and harnessed you every morning led you through corn stubble to sandy ground above Eagle Pond and dug a hole beside you where you stood shuddering in your skin and lay the shotgun's muzzle in the boneless hollow behind your ear and fired the slug into your brain and felled you into your grave, shoveling sand to cover you, setting goldenrod upright above you, whereby next summer a dent in the ground made your monument. For 150 years, in the pasture of dead horses, roots of pine trees pushed to the pale curves of your ribs, yellow blossoms flourished above you in autumn, and in winter frost heaved your bones in the ground, old toilers, soil makers. Oh, Roger, Mackerel, Riley, Ned, Nellie, Chester, Lady Ghost.